A food delivery turns violent with the driver ending up at the hospital. We have the latest on this bizarre story out of Idaho.
It's the first weekend of fall, but I'm tracking summer-like warmth, wildfire smoke, and big changes next week in the First Alert forecast.
Plus, a decades-old HVAC system is on the ballot in the Riverside School District. Why those supporting a levy for it say it's vital for the school system. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. One man is in the hospital after a fight on the University of Idaho campus. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Derek Dice. Kirsten O'Connor has the night off. The Moscow Police Department is investigating the fight that took place Wednesday night. Madeline Mullins spoke to police today about what they want the community to know.
Here on the University of Idaho's Greek Row, one man's DoorDash delivery job was cut short when a fight occurred.
Our officers responded, and when they arrived, they had one male, their adult male, that was significantly injured.
Family members took to social media and identified that DoorDash delivery driver as Austin Dawson. His dad posting on Facebook today that he is in a coma. Police say no arrests have been made, but that the other man involved has been identified. But rumors surrounding this case say otherwise.
I know that there were some rumors being circulated about this being some sort of a multiple person assailant on one individual. That's not correct.
Along with rumors of who is responsible, there are also rumors of how it happened.
The term curb stomping has been put out there in the public, and that is incorrect as well. That did not occur.
Moscow Police Chief Anthony Dallinger says these rumors are dangerous because community members have decided to solve the case on their own, some of them threatening the people involved.
People reaching out to individuals involved, their friends, their other living arrangements, those types of things. So we're asking the public to make sure to not get involved.
The Moscow Police Department is no stranger to internet sleuths trying to solve its cases. It warns doing so could result in criminal charges.
What's even more dangerous is people seem to have the idea that they can act on those emotions or those conclusions.
Tonight, as the police continue their investigation, they ask the public to leave the detective work to them. The Moscow Police Department is asking if anyone has any information about this case to please contact the department. In Moscow, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
All right, we're starting to feel it cool down tonight while the haze from yesterday started to clear out. It's looking like it may be returning. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with a look at our forecast tonight. Chris.
Well, yes, Derek, I have been watching our sky cam to the west and this ominous intruder getting closer and closer. This is wildfire smoke making its way this direction and giving a very gloomy look to our sunset right now. So far, our air quality is still in the moderate range, but I suspect we will see that go downhill as this smoke continues to make its way into the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. Right now, current air quality right around Spokane, mostly in the moderate to good range. Good in Wellpinit, Colbert, and Newport. It is in the moderate range in Sandpoint as well as Coeur d'Alene and Rosalia. Moderate in St. Mary's. The real trouble happens when we head to the west. Look at Wenatchee. We are in that dark purple in Wenatchee, and that is very unhealthy. That is wildfire smoke from the Labor Mountain as well as the lower Sugarloaf Mountain. Both fires grew dramatically in yesterday's winds. Over 8,000 acres just on the Labor Mountain fire alone yesterday, and that's where the smoke is coming from, and it's going to be with us off and on through the weekend. I will be back with your weekend forecast in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. The Riverside School District in Chattaroy says its students are struggling to learn because of the temperatures inside its schools. The HVAC systems inside each school are 30 years old, and it hopes voters will approve a levy to help replace them. Derek Strom spoke with district staff about their concerns for students.
Teachers at Riverside High School say their classrooms can reach upwards of 85 degrees on extremely hot days. Some have even brought their own fans in to help cool off the building. Teachers say they can see the impact the extreme temperatures have on their students.
It really gets in the way of that kind of collaboration when kids are so tired and so cooked that they can't really think, and their social batteries are drained faster just because they don't have the energy.
One parent of a Riverside High School senior I spoke with says she notices how much the temperatures impact her son as well.
the HVAC system is something that is hard. You know, him and his friends are over it every night, and they're always complaining.
The Riverside School District has a levy on the November ballot that would provide the funding for new HVAC systems in each of its schools. If it's approved by voters, the levy will cost taxpayers $1.45 per $1,000 of assessed property value. That amounts to about $60 per month for the average homeowner.
To me, this is community. We are not just funding the schools for the students and the teachers that are here. We are really funding the future of our community.
Although most of the money from the levy would go towards replacing all of the HVAC systems at schools in the district, there would also be money to redesign the entrances to each school in order to make them safer for students.
You would see updated security entrances at the schools, automated doors, updated cameras, updated emergency communication systems.
Ballots will be sent out starting on October 15th, and Election Day is November 4th. In Chattaroy, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Well, northbound Green Street near Spokane Community College will be closed starting on Monday to install drainage pipes and manhole covers. This is one of the projects put on hold by the local 302 union strike. A detour will be in place for drivers to navigate the construction. This is expected to be finished by October the 6th. Another update on the status of Dave Tisdall, the injured firefighter who was shot on Coeur d'Alene's Canfield Mountain in an ambush attack a few months ago. He posted these images to social media, showing his journey with physical therapy and the road ahead of him for recovery. There was concern after a blood infection resulted in sepsis, but Tisdall has since recovered from that. And with how serious his injuries were, it's good to see he is feeling a little bit better. All right, still ahead, millions of Americans are eligible for a payout as part of a massive settlement Amazon begins paying today. Why the company was accused of deceiving its customers coming up. And up next, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu addresses the United Nations General Assembly, what the leader focused on, and the protests his visit sparked after the break.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
It's our all-month-long Labor Day sale, where you'll save $13,750 off new Sierra 1500 Elevations or 0% APR. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Balancing work and family on a tight budget can be tough. Spokane College's Head Start program provides safe, affordable childcare to working parents pursuing their education.
Head Start offers free and reduced cost childcare to qualifying families with children up to 5 years. We serve over 700 families throughout Spokane.
Head Start gave me the support to finish my degree with Spokane Colleges.
Through October 15th, Numerica is matching all donations to Head Start up to $10,000. This is how Numerica cares for kids.
Winning a new GMC Canyon at Northern Quest is not without its drawbacks, like jealous neighbors, unsolicited questions about towing capacity, and sudden requests to help move a couch really quick. But something tells us you'll get over it. It's Northern Quest's $160,000 Grander Canyon giveaway. Don't miss the grand prize drawing this Monday with Dave, Ken, and Molly, plus our Canyon Tailgate pre-party with food and drink specials starting at 2, only at Northern Quest.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado 1500 models. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
We rent china, glassware, tents, barbecues, flatware, linen, stands for staging, tables, chairs.
A to Z rental, no job too big, no job too small.
Jackhammers, stem doors, washers, stump grinder saws, generators, skid steer, excavator, dingoes, trailers, tractors, nailers, staplers, hole diggers, tillers, mowers, yard vac, aerators.
Call A to Z Rental at 509-924-2000 or go to rentatoz.com.
We rent everything, man.
Now open in Airway Heights.
At A to Z Rental, we rent everything.
It's our all-month-long Labor Day sale, where you'll save up to $14,500 off or 3.9% APR on new Sierra 2500 HD Denali's. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Well, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been repeatedly condemned as a war criminal by other world leaders during the United Nations General Assembly in New York this week. And today, Netanyahu had his turn to speak, taking a strong stance against the countries that formally voiced their support for Palestinian statehood. This happening while protesters took to the streets in New York. Crowds of people, including Jewish Americans, voicing their support for an independent Palestinian state. ABC's Rena Roy is following the story.
Delegates from dozens of countries walking out of the United Nations General Assembly this morning, moments before Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke.
Place order in the hall.
Netanyahu defending himself and the actions he's taken in Israel's war against Hamas in Gaza.
The final remnants of Hamas are holed up in Gaza City. They vow to repeat the atrocities of October 7th again and again and again, no matter how diminished their forces. That is why Israel must finish the job.
Netanyahu slamming the world leaders who have formally announced their support for an independent Palestinian state during the annual global summit.
There's a familiar saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Well, for many countries here, when the going got tough, you caved. And here's the shameful result of that collapse.
Protests today in Times Square, just blocks away from the UN headquarters in New York. Netanyahu ordering his speech be broadcast live today on loudspeakers aimed at Gaza from the Israeli side of the border. And Netanyahu saying Israeli intelligence live streamed the speech to cell phones in Gaza. In his address, Netanyahu speaking directly to the 20 hostages believed to still be living.
We have not forgotten you, not even for a second.
The Israel-Gaza war has been a key topic at the General Assembly this year, with many members condemning Netanyahu as a war criminal. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas says the goal is one unified Palestinian state that Hamas would have no role in governing and that they would have to turn over their weapons to Palestinian Authority. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Well, President Donald Trump said Thursday he will not allow Israel to annex the occupied West Bank, drawing a rare red line over Israel's actions in the Palestinian territory.
I will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. No, I will not allow it. It's not going to happen.
Did you speak with Netanyahu about this directly?
Yeah, but I'm not going to allow it. Whether I spoke to him or not, I did. But I'm not allowing Israel to annex the West Bank. There's been enough. It's time to stop now.
His remarks signal an alignment with many Western and Arab nations, which have warned that any Israeli annexation of the territory would effectively kill the idea of a Palestinian state. The legal saga between President Trump and former FBI Director James Comey will soon play out in court. President Trump has long vowed retribution against his perceived political enemies and handpicked an attorney who had worked in his personal legal team to serve in the Department of Justice and handle this matter. The indictment against Comey is her first in the administration. The charges include making a false statement to Congress and obstruction of an investigative proceeding before Congress. Both are felonies and both stem from a congressional hearing about Russian interference in the 2016 election. Comey posted this video last night in response to the indictment.
My heart is broken for the Department of Justice, but I have great confidence in the federal judicial system, and I'm innocent. So let's have a trial. And keep the faith.
Comey faces up to 5 years in prison if convicted. Federal authorities are also targeting other perceived political enemies of the president, including New York Attorney General Letitia James and California Senator Adam Schiff. Well, some Amazon customers could be getting some money back thanks to a record-breaking settlement after the company was accused of deceiving consumers. Here's ABC's Andrea Fujii.
This morning, a record payout by Amazon as it settles a case brought by the federal government accusing the company of tricking customers with sophisticated subscription traps into signing up for Prime and making it hard for them to cancel.
We have gotten for the American people all of the money that was taken from their pockets.
Amazon Prime is a loyalty program that offers fast, free shipping costing about $15 a month.
What if it was this easy?
The Federal Trade Commission claimed Amazon enrolled millions of people in Prime without their consent and is now required to pay $1 billion in civil penalties and $1.5 billion in refunds.
What we found after years of investigation was that Amazon was tricking people into signing up, and then they were making it very, very hard to cancel.
Who's eligible for a refund? About 35 million Prime customers, those who signed up between June 2019 and June 2025, and who used Prime benefits will automatically receive $51. Customers can also submit claims if they try to cancel during that time.
You would go onto Amazon, see something that you wanted to purchase. There would also be an area where you would then be able to sign up for a Prime membership, and it would kind of be cloudy as to which one you were clicking, and then you were signed up.
Amazon admits no wrongdoing, saying they have always followed the law, and this settlement allows us to move forward and focus on innovating for customers. Amazon is also required to create a clear and conspicuous button to help people decline or cancel their subscription. Although this $2.5 billion settlement is a big win for the FTC, Amazon makes about that much money in sales nearly every 33 hours. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
Your Saturday planner, we are warming up, heading to a high of 77 degrees. Hazy sunshine at times, and we'll be in and out of the clouds. It gets even warmer before things really change next week. That's coming up next.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Wendell Motors.
This is Monster Jam. Massive stunts. All-out racing. A photo finish. Crazy skills. The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Get your pit party pass at monsterjam.com today. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Spokane Arena October 17th through 19th.
4 News Now and STCU are proud to continue highlighting volunteers who go above and beyond with their efforts. STCU Volunteers Count is a project that awards groups and individuals who take volunteering to the next level, donating personal time and financial support to local nonprofits. The winning volunteers will be awarded a grant courtesy of STCU to help further their efforts, and then we'll tell their story. If you know of a local volunteer who deserves recognition, nominate them at KXLY.com.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 0% APR plus no monthly payments until next year on select Sierra 1500 models. See your local GMC dealer.
I'm Sean Tracy. I first started working at Tracy Jewelers for my dad.
I am Leo Tracy. I'm Sean's old dad.
Dad approached me and said one time they needed some extra hands on the bench. I was 15, sweeping the floors. I realized that that's what's in my blood and what I really enjoy doing.
I've been in the Tracy family for 75 years and 3 generations. Dad started Tracy Jewelers.
I think he'd be thrilled to see that we've gone 75 years and just that the community in Spokane rallies around their businesses and really supports them.
Dad, I'm sure, would be tickled to death, and Mom, too.
Your Monday morning starts with football, Stephen A. and GMA.
Here I am.
And Lionel Richie and Tim Allen are here live. Monday only on
Good Morning America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
All right, welcome back. It's a tale of 2 very different weather days. Yesterday, the air quality got to an unhealthy level, but it was still pretty warm. Today, we started to cool off, but as you mentioned earlier, Chris, that cool weather's not going to stick around, is it?
No, we are warming up for the weekend, and also our air quality, which was pretty good here in Spokane most of the day, is starting to take a turn, and it's obvious to see why. I want to show you this photo from the Labor Mountain Fire. This was on their Facebook page, taken from an Alaska DNR Forestry Division member, and it has been a terrible, terrible fire in the Central Cascades. Grew 8,000 acres yesterday. And then we have the Lower Sugarloaf fire, also grew quite a bit yesterday in the winds, and that is what's turning out the smoke, really impacting Leavenworth and Wenatchee and areas right along the Cascades. But some of that smoke is moving on westerly winds into the Spokane area right now. Our sunset looking pretty bleak at 66 degrees right now in Spokane. Looking east, a little bit clearer on I-90 on the Veterans Memorial Bridge near Coeur d'Alene. It's 65 degrees right now in Coeur d'Alene. 4 things to know about your weather. We are going to see our air quality impacted tonight by incoming smoke. A warm, dry weekend. We're going to warm up. Rain showers coming next week, and it is going to be cooler. Here's a look at our weather pattern. We have a flat ridge of high pressure in place right now. That's allowing those westerly winds to transport some smoke into the region, although they are going to become more southerly overnight. I'll show you why. That ridge of high pressure is going to become more of a southerly flow in advance of an approaching trough. That should help clear out some of the wildfire smoke. It's also going to bring our temperatures way up on Sunday. Here's Sunday at 5 o'clock. But look what's moving in. Come on in. We really want you here for Monday. Rain showers and then another system on the way. This is Tuesday at noon for Tuesday night into Wednesday, giving us a good chance of some measurable rain as well as some cooler weather, which is exactly what those firefighters need, what our air quality needs. And boy, if we could have a week's worth of rain, that would be just fantastic. Our high temperature trend, as I mentioned, we're warming up for the weekend. We'll be 77 tomorrow, 81 on Sunday, and then we start to cool down as that wet weather moves in. And if anything, I think these temperatures might be a little high. If we do get some good measurable rains, they'll be a little bit cooler. This white line is our average high, which is slipping down into the mid-60s. Right now it's 69. There's our first day in the 60s. 69 was our high temperature today, and our sunset's coming right up at 6:39. Tomorrow's temperatures around the region, 80 in downtown, 70s will be common elsewhere. Few 80s regionally, including Ritzville and Lewiston. The rain kicks off Monday and continues at least a slight chance of rain every single day through the 7-day forecast. Derek?
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Well, tonight's Game of the Week takes us to one of Greater Spokane League's most heated rivalry. Our sports director, Jack Wallace, is live at Union Stadium for Meade versus Mount Spokane. And, Jack, this is always a big one.
Well, thanks, Derek. It's very expectedly packed here at Union Stadium. We have so many fans all around me, behind me, and we have some special fans right here that are especially excited for the game. And can y'all tell me, what do you think is going to happen in the game tonight?
There's a 100% chance that the Panthers are going to win, and then there's a 0% chance that the Bobcats are going to win.
Well, that's a bold claim. They say Meade's going to win 100% chance.
I have something to say. 6-7!
A lot of fun here. They're having a blast, all getting ready to memorize that big Battle of the Bell. That's the original one, fought for in 1998 and fought a long, long time until 2003. We got the new bell coming up soon, but let's take a look about how these teams fared off this season. We'll start with Meade and get a look at how their season's been. 3-0, perfect. Blowouts over University, Lewis and Clark, and Central Valley. 2 of those games are on the road. And this tonight game against Mount Spokane is absolutely huge. The chance to build off last season's 20-point win and the opportunity to clinch their first designated home win over the Cats since 2020. But now on to Mount Spokane. These Wildcats opened the season with wins combining to 83-0, but then lost to Gonzaga Prep by 4 scores last weekend. The Wildcats, they used to dominate this rivalry, winning 3 straight before the Panthers win last season. So as we're saying, this game is the rivalry of the year. We have this beautiful bell right here that they're going to fight for. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Not going to touch it, not going to ring it. No jinxing here, but it's going to be a blast for whoever gets to ring this one by the end of the night. We're going to have this game and plenty more from all around the Inland Northwest coming up on our special edition of Friday night. It's just, it's so great. I love love it. Friday Night Sports Extra. That's coming in at 11 o'clock. Can't wait for it. Make sure to tune in. Reporting in Meade, Jack Wallace, 4 News Now Sports.
Yeah, definitely one of our best local rivalry games. Well, the Comedy Festival is drawing criticism mainly on the basis of where it will be performed. The plans to host the festival in Saudi Arabia and why some performers are defending the decision coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Tracy Jewelers.
For over 25 years, Dr. Arvind Chaudhry and Summit Cancer Centers has remained true to 3 core values. 25 years of coming together to develop the most complete and personalized treatment plans available. 25 years of providing the most advanced treatments and non-invasive radiosurgery in the country. 25 years of taking you on a healing journey from diagnosis to recovery.
And we are not stopping there. We will continue to offer the most comprehensive cancer treatment in the Northwest.
Summit Cancer Centers. Integrated, innovative, inspired.
If you want to get into a brand new car today, you know what to do. Go to AutoNation Chevy now for savings that are sure to get you going. Drive new Silverado 1500 models with 0% financing. Visit AutoNation Chevrolet today.
Touch can mean so many things, even for people with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make players celebrate like winners, or make 2 move like 1. Dupixent can help you stay ahead of eczema as you welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin and fast itch relief after the first dose. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, helps you feel the heal. See the difference for yourself. Reach out to your eczema specialist today.
BECU has helped Finney Ridge Painting grow from setting up payroll services to finance. I feel that BECU is fundamentally concerned about me as an individual and my business and all the individuals that work here. They provide a level of connection that other institutions aren't interested in. With BECU, we don't feel like customers. We feel like business partners.
Reclaim your garage this summer. Eagle Rock RV and Boat Storage has units to fit your personal property, boats, RVs, and more. Open 7 days a week, extra wide drive aisles, state-of-the-art security, and great customer service. Eagle Rock RV and Boat Storage is the perfect fit for your storage needs.
Well, some top American stand-up comedians are facing backlash for taking part in Saudi Arabia's Riyadh Comedy Festival. The star-studded event kicks off today. Critics say the Saudis are using it to deflect attention from their human rights record. Here's ABC's Elizabeth Schulze.
This weekend, some of America's most popular comedians are set to perform in Saudi Arabia, drawing criticism from human rights organizations. The Saudi government has long faced accusations of silencing journalists, oppressing women, and supporting terrorism. The majority of the hijackers in the September 11th attacks were Saudi nationals. The 2-week festival in Riyadh will include comedians such as Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, and Pete Davidson. Davidson, whose father was a New York firefighter killed on 9/11, defended his decision to participate.
You know, I've been getting a little bit of flack just because, like, my dad died 9/11, so they're like, how could you possibly go there? I just, I get the routing and then I see the number and I go, I'll go.
Comedian Shane Gillis says he turned down the gig despite an offer to double his paycheck.
It was a significant bag. What? But I'd already said no. I took a principled stand.
But others are cashing in. One comedian claiming top acts are earning up to $1.6 million. Many pro golfers faced similar criticism back in 2022 for playing in the Saudi-backed LIV Golf Tournament, which also offered big payouts. Critics claim the Saudi government is funding such events to soften its image. The organization Human Rights Watch is urging comedians to speak out against the Saudis, claiming they're using the festival to deflect attention from its brutal repression of free speech and other pervasive human rights violations.
These events are tied to a plan by the Saudi Crown Prince to boost tourism and the economy. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, New York.
All right, straight ahead here on 4 News Now, reporting sexual violence can be the obstacle that stops many women from getting justice. How a new program in Washington hopes to increase the number of crimes reported after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
French toast nibblers or breakfast nachos?
Actually, I was thinking about heading out only because I want to beat the traffic.
The best part of the sleepover is the next day. I was going to throw the games on.
You're a Notre Dame guy. I'm from Texas.
Winners never compromise.
What?
Yeah. I mean, how can you call yourself a sports fan without Xfinity? You got multi-view.
The best college and pro games all in one place? I'm not going anywhere.
You ever tried pancakes and guac? You're about to. Yes, let's go. I got a little recipe that I can't tell you, but I think you're going to be happy.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. Like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado 1500 models. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
This season, fall into Coeur d'Alene. Fall is a great time to visit Coeur d'Alene. With awesome weather, fall color cruises, exciting events, a variety of food, beer, and wine selections, and amazing accommodations. It's the perfect time to stay and play in CDA. Visit cdafall.com for more information.
Are you moving? Make it easy with Dan the Moving Man. Reliable, efficient, and stress-free. Dan is your locally owned, trusted household and piano moving partner. Visit danthemovingmanwa.com for your free quotes today.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Reporting sexual assault can be difficult, and survivors often face barriers when coming forward. That's why the Spokane Police Department is changing the way it does things with a new approach that gives survivors more control and privacy. Alexandra Conyard shows us how this new option works and how to use it.
At least 1 in 2 women and nearly 1 in 3 men have experienced sexual violence. That's according to the CDC. But the CDC also says those numbers are likely an underestimate because many survivors don't report.
Investigatively, medical care, any of that, it's a lot of unknowns that honestly scares a lot of people from wanting to make reports.
Now, a new statewide tool hopes to change that. It's called Seek, Then Speak. Cheyenne Gillespie, a victim advocate with the Spokane Police Department, has been working to tailor the platform for our local community.
It allows them to complete a self-guided interview in a victim-centered, trauma-informed way. So what that means is they can complete it in an environment that's comfortable for them.
Seek, Then Speak is a free website that you can access on your computer or even your phone. If you decide to fill out a report, you can save as many times as you would like and even download it to your desktop, making it so you have the choice of when, how, or if you even want to share it.
It could be something that they are just filling out for therapeutic purposes. It could be something that they maybe just want to have documented and maybe don't know what they want to do with it, so save it for later.
The Washington Attorney General's office launched Seek, Then Speak statewide in April. They're continuing to raise awareness on the site so that more agencies can adopt it in their reporting process.
It is really everything a survivor needs to know in the aftermath of an assault.
That can be everything from what constitutes an assault to what resources are available. For Gillespie, who's seen survivors re-traumatized by the reporting process in the past, the hope is for this platform to give them a stronger sense of control.
I hope that this lets victims feel more empowered to come forward, to share their stories.
In Spokane, Alexandra Cohen-Yarts, 4 News Now.
All right, it's time to check back in with Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker. She's tracking a return of some warm weather and, unfortunately, a return of potentially unhealthy air conditions.
Yes, and I will have an update on air quality conditions later in the half hour, but I want to talk about the warmer weather on the way first, because every time we cool down this month, we warm right back up again. You'll notice it was warm for the first 2 weeks. We had one day where we were right about average, then warmed right back up, dropped below average for a couple of days, and then above average for the rest of the week. We started off the week below average, and average warmed up again, and then today 69, which is average, but we're warming up again tomorrow. Temperatures right now are in the 60s to right around 70 degrees. We are more than 10 degrees cooler than this time yesterday in many locations. We're going to be about 10 degrees warmer than that this time tomorrow, because we are headed up into the near 80-degree range in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 85 in Lewiston, 80 tomorrow in St. Mary's and Ritzville. We'll be at 80 in downtown, 78 in Meade, and 79 in 9 Mile and Spokane Valley, as well as Spangle. Your Saturday planner, 46 degrees to start the day, heading up to that high of 77. 69 is our average high. I will be back with an update on air quality information in just a few minutes, Derek.
Sounds good, Chris. Thank you. State, local, and federal law enforcement say they recently uncovered a network that could have crippled New York's cellular systems. Officials found more than 100,000 SIM cards and 300 SIM servers, enough to cause chaos for communications in the entire tri-state area. Lee Waldman is in New York City with what could have happened if this disruption of the telecom system wasn't stopped.
What they found in New York could be extended anywhere. And it's essentially, you're not following a culprit. You're just following pings as an investigator.
Electronic safe houses were found in areas that surround New York City's cellular network infrastructure, according to officials briefed on the investigation. This started as an investigation into swatting calls against high-ranking U.S. officials. But what the Advanced Threat Interdiction Unit and other law enforcement agencies found was an operation capable of disabling cell phone towers, disrupting emergency services, and enabling spies, hackers, and organized crime.
Foreign governments, criminals located in the United States, are using this network to run their organizations. That includes cartels.
While the network is no longer a threat, the Secret Service is still trying to determine the motive and who exactly is behind it. But they're issuing a word of caution. This isn't an isolated threat.
The idea that this is just New York is just ridiculous. People who can get into these systems and they seek ransom, they seek money, or they just seek disruption for disruption's sake.
Bruce Jenkins with Black Duck, a company that identifies risk in software, says collaborative efforts between the private and public sectors can help to protect telecom networks across the country.
When risks like this pop up, there's a way for one to communicate with the authorities and share that information.
In New York, I'm Lee Waldman.
Well, many people may not know it, but today is the anniversary of Hurricane Helene battering the Southeast. Up next, we'll show you how some communities are still recovering and the organization that's keeping people's love for music alive.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Rain or shine, day or night, good weather always reigns at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. No matter the weather, winning is better. Your 7-day forecast calls for fun at the Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Coeur d'Alene Casino, winning is just the beginning.
Last year in September, the Finley Auto Group purchased the downtown Honda store and became Finley Honda Spokane. So this month we are celebrating our anniversary by giving everyone $1,000 off our suggested retail prices, plus giving you an extra $1,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair market value for your trade-in. So you can get great buys on all CRVs and Ridgeline all-wheel drive trucks during our anniversary sale. This week at Finley Honda Spokane.
It's here, the Red Tag Model Year-End Clearance Event at R&R RV in Liberty Lake. On now through September 30th. Save thousands with factory discounts and clearance pricing. New travel trailers from $184 per month. New fifth wheels from $325 per month. New motorhomes from $89,990. Shop the Northwest's largest pre-owned RV inventory. Prepped and ready to go. Free parking, free admission, free food Friday and Saturday. The Red Tag Model Year-End Clearance Event. On now through September 30th at R&R RV in Liberty Lake or online at rnrrv.com.
Why say no when it feels so good to say yes? Want to sleep in an extra hour?
Yes.
French toast and homemade syrup?
Yes.
Hey, want to play 9?
Yes.
How about a credit union with low loan rates, no hidden fees, online banking, and friendly member services?
Yes.
Experience how good yes can feel.
Avamere Southfield is so much more than just a home. We're enhancing lives every single day.
My home was heaven on earth, and now Avamere is heaven on earth.
Everybody's very friendly here and welcoming.
Come visit us and experience the Avamere difference.
Store chaos. What's got all these shoppers so worked up? It's gotten so bad, even thieves are striking across the USA. The new crime wave, next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
The stars are out.
For an all-new season of Celebrity Wheel of Fortune.
With all new chances
to win $1 million for charity.
Ryan Seacrest and Vanna White host Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. Season premiere tonight on ABC.
Well, today is a somber anniversary across the U.S. Southeast, marking 1 year since Hurricane Helene devastated the region. Helene left behind a path of destruction stretching over 500 miles from Florida all the way up to the southern Appalachians. At least 250 people across 6 states died due to the storm. And 1 year later, amidst the rebuilding efforts, is another effort to preserve an important part of America's musical heritage. All across Appalachia, a group of musicians has been working to make sure their fellow pluckers can play their instruments once again. ABC's Danny New has the story.
As we reach the 1 year anniversary of Hurricane Helene's devastating downpour in Appalachia.
I brought you some instruments.
Yeah. Oh, what? Wait. We are meeting an organization that has been working to rejuvenate the epicenter of bluegrass and old-time music.
Appalachia has far more music history lineage tied to it than any other region in our country.
Nearly all the time.
A few weeks after thousands lost their homes and possessions, musician Nicholas Williams started on a project called Restring Appalachia.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Collecting donated items like banjos, mandolins, and guitars for folks who no longer had theirs to strum. With his many connections in the music industry, Nicholas was able to enlist many prominent musicians to help get the word out there.
People are donating $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 instruments. People that have collections, or maybe a deceased family member left something around. That's happened a couple times.
Now a certified nonprofit, Restring Appalachia has collected more than 1,300 instruments, giving more than 500 to the victims of Hurricane Helene. For example, the first recipient, Todd here, who lost his home in the floods, Restring found him a banjo, mandolin, and guitar.
You're the first person to get an instrument.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. we'll put it to good use.
Almost a year into their mission, Restring Appalachia has now also donated instruments to victims of Hurricane Milton, the LA wildfires, and the floods in Texas. Each time giving what Nicholas refers to as, quote, something you make sense of your life with.
It's hard to really fathom, and it is just such a huge honor to be any kind of part of that rebuilding process for us.
So if you want to donate either money or an instrument, their website is restringappalachia.org. You can also apply for an instrument on their website as well. In New York for ABC News, I'm Danny New. That didn't go well.
Well, covering health news now, it sounds like something out of a horror movie. The larva of a type of fly nests in the wounds of warm-blooded animals, including humans, and slowly eats them alive. Even the name can make your skin crawl. The New World screwworm. And the latest case of the flesh-eating parasite was just detected in a cow less than 70 miles from the U.S.-Mexico border. Valeria Leon is in Mexico City with more on what this means.
The last time Mexican rancher Fidel Gutierrez watched one of his animals die from screwworm was 30 years ago. Now the flesh-eating parasite is back with a vengeance.
We've watched the screwworm wipe out everything.
The parasite first reappeared in November from Guatemala. Now it's devastating cattle herds in the southern Mexican state of Chiapas. And the U.S. closed its border to cattle exports in May. Most cases remain in the south, but this week a parasite was discovered in the northern state of Nuevo León, just 17 miles from the U.S. border.
An outbreak of the New World screwworm in the state of Texas is estimated to cost U.S. livestock producers approximately $1 billion.
With pressure mounting from the U.S. to control the infestation, Mexico is blaming illegal cattle crossings along its remote southern border.
They come in through the area of Benemérito de las Américas.
In the town of Benemérito de las Américas, the economy depends largely on smuggling livestock. This is one of the illegal cattle crossings from Central America to Mexico. Smugglers use this spot hidden in the jungle along the Sumacinta River on the Mexico-Guatemala border to slip cows into Mexico every day. The U.S. and Mexico signed emergency measures in September to quell the crisis and eventually reopen the border to Mexican cattle. In Chiapas, Mexico, I'm Valeria León.
All right, some scary stuff. Well, a new massive tariff on some imported drugs will take effect starting next month. On Thursday, President Donald Trump announced brand name or patented drugs will be subject to a 100% tariff. The tariff will not apply to drug makers who are building manufacturing plants in the United States. Trump is using tariffs as a way to pressure drug manufacturers to ramp up production in the U.S. and to strengthen the supply chain for essential medicines. The president did not mention levying tariffs on generic pharmaceutical imports.
Sun is already set over Spokane. It's 6:39 for the sunset time. It's 6:44 presently, 66 degrees, and still watching some wildfire smoke approaching. I will be back with your 7-day forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
For more than 20 years, Blackhawk has electrified country fans. Experience them live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, October 16th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
AARP Spokane and BECU invite you to take steps towards a sharper mind and a stronger community. Join them for a free monthly Saturday morning walk series at Northtown Mall designed for older adults, where every step supports your health. Led by local AARP volunteers, the walks will be a fun and welcoming way to stay active, socially connected, and informed. Whether you're a casual stroller or a brisk walker, all activity levels are welcome and no one gets left behind. Find out how to participate at this website.
Bill's Heating and AC has not one, not two, but 3 warehouses overstocked with tankless water heaters. To clear out inventory before the end of the year, we're doing something we've never done before. Advertising our guaranteed lowest pricing for all to see. Right now, you can get a tankless water heater installed for only $3,500 to $4,500, depending on the model. Call now before this amazing deal goes away. Call 208-777-5528.
This is the Northwest, and this is the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid.
Engineered for adventure, the all-new Forester Hybrid offers enhanced fuel efficiency, upgraded driver assist technology, and the new 360-degree surround view monitor. From rain to snow, city to summit, the Subaru Forester keeps you confidently in control, loaded with advanced features and legendary reliability.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event now through September 2nd at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
NIU has been serving our community for over 50 years. It's a broad mix of cancer care. We see all kinds of urologic cancers and take care of those patients here.
The partnership we have allows us to deliver all the different options all in one place. With a new diagnosis of prostate cancer, you'll have all the options available, everything from the latest surgical options to the latest radiation options, and so we're happy to help with that.
Most patients are referred by their primary care doctors. Patients can certainly always pick up the phone and give us a call as well.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. I want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Where winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by BECU, your local not-for-profit.
All right, welcome back. Air quality has been on a lot of people's minds lately. It got pretty bad last night, I think into the unhealthy category.
It certainly did.
Wind swept a lot of it away today.
Yes.
But now it's starting to come back, creeping back in.
They're coming back in, and that, with these big fires burning in the Cascades, it's going to be creeping back in and moving back out as the winds shift over the next several days. But there is some hope ahead, and I will explain in a moment. Right now, we've been watching this smoke filtering in from the west, from our view here, looking to the west-southwest over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. Air quality went from the good range at 4 o'clock into the moderate range. It's gotten a little bit worse in the last hour, but not even into the unhealthy for sensitive groups range. And we're going to see a little bit of a shift in our winds more to the south, and that may actually improve the air quality right in Spokane, but that's just going to push the smoke to our neighbors to the north, and it's already starting to make its way further to the north. The Welpinit, for example, was in the good range most of the day and is now in the moderate range. Airway Heights has just slipped in to the moderate range, but we're good in Colbert and Newport and Sandpoint for the time being. The real trouble spot is right near the fires, Wenatchee, in that deep dark purple, the very unhealthy range. And Moscow and Pullman have just flip-flopped. Pullman was in the orange and Moscow was in the yellow. Now it's vice versa. With that southwesterly wind, it is going to become more southerly, so we may actually see some improvement as we get into the overnight. But really, we're just going to be moving that smoke around until we get a handle on fires, and we need some rain to do that. And there is some in the forecast. Numerous chances starting on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that will continue, it looks like, through the end of next week. I'm especially looking forward Tuesday night into Wednesday for some good rains. This is the outlook for the next 5 days. Doesn't look like much. Hopefully we'll get even more, but 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch of rain just through Wednesday would be very, very helpful, with even more in the Cascades. Plus, this wet weather is also going to come along with a pretty good dip in our temperatures. In fact, if anything, these readings may be a bit on the high side. Now, for the weekend, I don't think those are on the high side. 77 on Saturday. There'll still be hazy conditions. Keep an eye on the air quality. If you do have compromised breathing or taking care of an elderly relative or have a baby, 81 degrees on Sunday with partly cloudy skies, and then that chance of rain kicks in on Monday and continues at least a slight chance every single day through the 7-day forecast. We're dropping our temperatures, but really those temperatures are just about average 60s as we get closer to October. October is coming, Derek.
Whether we like it or not, right?
Yes.
All right, Chris, thank you. Another Friday means another Air 4 adventure soaring onto your TV screens. And this week, the destination isn't too far away at all. Let's take you over Plants Ferry Park in Spokane Valley for this week's edition of our Air 4 adventure.
Plants Ferry. It's gorgeous. It's really close to our house. We love this park. It's clean, it's open. They've got soccer practices and games that go on Saturday and Sundays, and it's just a great community place to be. So we bring our bikes down here, we walk down here, and then when mommy's tired, we drive down here. This is wonderful. This is actually one of two. There's this one here, and then there's one over on the other side, and so we can kind of take our choice. And then the weather's nice. It's great to get out every week, but yeah, every couple of weeks we're out here.
Finally, the weather has settled, and it's nice and warm. The pathway's fabulous. A lot of fun to ride. It's a huge asset. Yeah, no, I really enjoy it. I can ride it any time. My brother-in-law's just actually got an e-bike, so we're going to go out and ride on the bike path tomorrow, actually, do a nice little tour around. So, no, I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun to ride, and it's very beautiful. I've actually been here one other time, and the river was pretty low, but this time with all the spring runoff, it's really come up a lot. I'm going out to Liberty Lake, so my total ride will be about just an hour and a half. Pretty easy ride. It's nice to be out in the sunshine. Lovely.
Another gem of our area, and I can tell you I've spent a lot of time on those soccer fields. Well, starting today, you can experience food and beverage events like nothing else in Spokane. The inaugural Pacific Northwest Food and Wine Festival kicks off today in downtown Spokane. The three-day event is a partnership between the Davenport Hotels and the James Beard Foundation. All weekend long, you can attend events like mixology classes, yoga and mimosas, dinner experiences, and more. Vice President of Davenport Collections, Melissa Green, says an event like this highlights what makes our region great.
Everything from huckleberry gastriques, fresh seafood. There's so much farm to table. We have so many great farms up in Green Bluff, so much great produce, and so I think there's so much local influence here that people don't realize how much that we can use.
The three-day weekend passes are sold out, but tickets for certain individual events are still available. You can find the link to get yours inside this story on KXLY.com. All right, before we go to our final break, here is a look at ABC's primetime lineup for your Friday night. TGIF, everyone.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now.
It would be pretty crazy to purchase a fireplace from Falco's More Than Fair sale.
Even crazier, we're offering 50% off Quadrifire installations. Is this right?
If they just get a free fireplace bid, they also enter to win a Traeger grill and a Yeti cooler. That's crazy.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado 1500 models. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Fred's Appliance Clearance Centers are your one-stop shop for top-quality appliances and unbeatable prices. Top brand closeouts, full factory warranty, and new inventory arriving daily. Take advantage of incredible discounts with savings you won't find anywhere else. Hurry in! With Fred's Clearance Center's huge selection of heavily discounted name brand appliances, the inventory moves fast. For the best deals on appliances in Spokane, visit either of Fred's Clearance Centers today.
The Scale House Market is unique because Spokane didn't have some kind of a permanent structure for a farmer's market.
I want to see as many community members as we possibly can out here enjoying all of the different vendors and farmers and food producers.
Our members are other community members, the families that will be eating here. All of it is vital to how we make partnerships.
I am most excited to bring our famous whole milk to the Scale House Market. What I hope that people attending the Scale House Market will gain is that agriculture is central to this region.
At Parker Toyota, we've got an SUV for every lifestyle, from the legendary Land Cruiser to the spacious Highlander and the ever-versatile RAV4. Your next adventure starts here.
And with the largest SUV selection in the Northwest, Parker Toyota has what you're looking for on the lot today. With Toyota's world-class reliability and top-tier value, your SUV isn't just ready for the road, it's ready for the long haul.
See our great selection of SUVs at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
It would be pretty crazy to purchase a fireplace from Falco's More Than Fair sale.
Even crazier, we're offering 50% off Quadrifire installations. Is this right?
If they just get a free fireplace bid, they also enter to win a Traeger grill and a Yeti cooler. That's crazy.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap & Associates.
All right, coming up tonight on Nightside, it's another edition of the Friday Night Sports Extra. Sports director Jack Wallace and I will bring you the highlights from high school football games all around the region, including this one you're seeing at One Spokane Stadium right now, where Ferris is taking on Central Valley right now. That is tonight starting at 11 o'clock. Shortly before her death in 2024, Maria Brañas Morera became the world's oldest living person. The U.S.-born Spanish woman lived to the age of 117 years and 168 days. Newly released research may offer clues as to the reasons for her longevity. Researchers used blood and other biological samples and examined her genome. She liked to work, lived in the countryside, did moderate exercise, and never drank alcohol or smoked. Her diet included olive oil and Mediterranean-style foods. 117 years old.
I wonder how many lattes she drank a day. That's amazing. Hazy skies tomorrow, 77. We're heading up to 81 on Sunday. Our average high is in the 60s. This is our first weekend of fall, but summer vibes.
For sure. And then Monday, the possibility of rain returns, right?
Yes, and stays with us then the rest of the week.
All right. Thanks so much for being with us. We hope to see you tonight at 11.